Hey, we are back.
I just want to touch your booty.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another Foundation Friday. I'm gonna fix my lighting here so we're not fully overly exposed. For today's Foundation Friday, it's gonna be a foundation that I've tried before. I've tried it a couple of times actually, and it's actually one of my favorite drugstore foundations, but I have not tried it in a while, like a while. We're gonna be testing it, we're gonna be wear testing it, reviewing it, and all that fun stuff today for you guys. So if you wanna learn what this foundation is and what I think about it now, then please keep watching. We've got this big box here. If you don't know what this is, you're missing out. This is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation, girl. And the concealers. So we have the full range of the L'Oreal True Match foundations and concealers. So I'm actually gonna be reviewing both for you guys today. I'm gonna be putting on the foundation as well as the concealer, and I'm gonna be swatching them all for you as well. So if you wanna see swatches, I'm going to put those next. If you wanna jump to the foundation review and concealer review, then just jump a little bit ahead. So starting with the ends or the neutral tones of the True Match, this first one is N.5, N1, N2, N3, N4, N5, N5.5, N6, N6.5, N7, N8, N9, N10, and the last shade part of the ends is N11. Then for the warm or the W's, we have W.5, W1, W2, W2.5, W3, W4, W4.5, W5, W5.5, W6, W7, W8, W9, W9.5, and the last shade part of the warm range is W10. Then we move on to the C, which is cool tone. This is 0.5. Then we have C1, C1.5, C2, C2.5, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7. Then we have C8, C9, C9.5, C10, and then finally C11 and C12. Here is the full range for C. So now I'm going to show you guys the concealers. The first one is C1-2. The next is N1-2. Then we have W1-2. This one is C3-4, W3-4, N3-4, C5-6, N5-6, W5-6, W7-8, N7-8, C7-8, W9-10, and lastly C9-10. So these are all of the True Match concealers. So the last time I put this foundation on, I wore W4. So that's this guy right here. It might be like, I mean, my arm's tan. My tan like came off completely on my face, but it's on the rest of my body. So I guess we could like match to my body. I've already put primer on and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna jump over to the foundation. give it a little shake. So the way that I like to use this foundation is I shake it with my finger and then I just kind of put it on. Unfortunately, these don't have pumps. I feel like L'Oreal should make a pump. Like kind of how MAC has a pump for their foundation. Like their foundation is in a bottle kind of like this. They should make a pump that they sell separately that you can put into the foundation. They don't get it everywhere, you know? So I like to blend it out with a brush first, and then I'll go into a beauty blender. So I actually use this foundation in I had it. I just switched it out because I didn't have a restock of the shades, but clearly that's not the case anymore. I had it in my makeup kit that I go and do like other, you know, for weddings and proms and other things like that. And this foundation just looks so good on any skin type. I've tried it on oily skin, dry skin, and it's always come out amazing. And I actually think that the color range is really awesome too. Like, to me, their shades are not too, they're not like too yellow or too pink. I don't know, guys. I mean, the W is kind of olive, as you see, but it's not too olive to the point where like I can't wear it, because normally I feel like I would consider myself a neutral tone. So I'm just taking a beauty blender. I actually use a beauty blender with it to apply on my clients. So I kind of have a different take on this foundation because most foundations I have not used on other people before, but this one I have used very many times on all different skin types, skin colors. Hey guys, so I'm gonna zoom you in so you can take a look. Here it is. I mean, it gives great coverage. I would say it's more of like a medium coverage type of foundation, but it is buildable, so you can build a little bit on top. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to continue. Let's do the concealer. So I have never tried the concealer before. I want to say that the concealer has been out, but I don't think so. I think it's actually new, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's try, I feel like W1 to 2 is gonna be the right one. So let's do that. Oh my God, this is like really, really fuzzy and like soft and bouncy. That's so weird. I like how you can actually see it going up into the sponge. Did it come? Oh, it's coming out. I feel like this little top is gonna like pop off at any second now. I don't know if I like this top, you guys. If you take a look at it, it looks like it's so flimsy that I feel like it's gonna, like it looks like I could just like pop it right off. Okay, let's blend this in. So these concealers are called Super Blendable. So yeah, I mean, it blends pretty well. Actually gonna jump and use a little bit of the W34 because this is just a little lighter than I would want to go. It'd be nice if my nose could like stop being itchy for like a few minutes. So we could have actually used this one because this one is kind of like in between W3 and 4. I actually really like this concealer. It's blending in really nicely, like it's owning up to its name, the Blendable, Super Blendable Multi-Use Concealer. So I actually really like it. Awesome. Alright guys, so everything looks pretty good so far. I actually really do like this concealer. I just originally chose probably a color that was too light. So I definitely think that each of the concealers, what makes sense to me is that because of their name, they're in between 3 and 4, I guess. So I wore W4 foundation and then the concealer is W34, and I think the color was somewhere in between W3 and 4. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna come back and share my thoughts with you guys. I want you guys to know before we get to that part of the video that I am planning on creating a very intricate, like very abstract, colorful makeup. So we're not gonna have like a full view of the foundation, especially like in this area. But I figured I really kind of want to see how the concealer does, and I'll be able to tell how the foundation were to have ended up on my forehead anyway, with it being on the rest of my face. So with all that being said, just wanted to give you a forewarning because we're gonna come back looking super colorful and I'm very excited about it. I will be back in just a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. I told you it'd be a little crazy. What do you think? So let me zoom you into the portion where I do still have the foundation fully on my face, and let's go over it. So I still have it on this bottom half. So I still have the foundation like on up here, but I feel like because of the eyeshadow, I don't want, like, there's eyeshadow all over my forehead. Let's review it based off of this. It looks pretty good so far. I've been at this look for a while as well. So it's been on probably for about 5 hours already. We've got some creasing going on around my mouth area. But other than that, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It's a great foundation. It really is a great foundation. I got blue everywhere, my God. So I'm gonna be keeping this foundation on for a couple more hours, and then I'll come back and really give you guys more of my opinion. But this is probably where it's gonna stay, and it's not really gonna move anywhere, just because I've been working on the rest of my face for so long. So I don't expect it to really move too much. I think it's probably just gonna stay where it is. I definitely didn't expect this to take as long as it did, so I'm sorry for that. But okay, I will be back in about an hour or so just to give you guys my final thoughts and give this a little bit more of a wear. I am so done with the day. Hi, we're back. I told you I'd come back, and no, I'm not naked. So just a little update on the foundation, you guys. From just like experience on how it sits on people, how it sat on myself, and how it did today with this abundant amount of makeup on my face, I continue to be impressed by the True Match foundation. So it's definitely a foundation that I recommend. I believe that it could work for any type of skin, oily, dry, or combination. Kind of just depends on how you would wear it, like what primer you would put underneath, or if you would put a setting spray, or if you would use a powder. So test it out for yourself. I think the foundation retails for only $10, $12, or $15. Check out my other videos over here somewhere. That's kind of all I have to say about today's Foundation Friday. I really love this foundation, and you guys should give it a shot. So make sure to check out all my other videos, like I just said, and click right here to subscribe to me, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And we're kind of just all over the place. I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye.